Hey, welcome to Niece's World. This is Shanice, and if you're new to my channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. If you're returning, welcome, and thank you so much for returning. This video, I'm going to talk to you about your glow up journey and how you build better mindfulness in terms of boosting your mental and your physical well-being. In previous videos, I feel like I talked a lot about physical well-being, but it's not always about losing weight. It's just always about being active and staying active, so when you get older, it just helps your body to be able to still move in certain ways that you want to move, just to have a healthy heart, lower cholesterol, lower blood pressure, just to feel good about yourself, even if it's vain to others, but just to have that confidence in yourself and just to walk day by day like, yes, I know I look good and I feel good and I feel great actually. Now, when it comes to your mental well-being, I think we need to take a step back for mental well-being. For your mental well-being and mental wellness, you have to think about all the trauma that you experienced when you were younger and how you're going to be able to learn how to cope, use that to your advantage to move on and to grow, so you could focus on your mental health. And that's something that a lot of people need to start off with. So when you're in your glow up journey, I'll let you know from now, you have to think back at all the stuff that happened in your life mentally that has affected you, and how you're going to grow from that to be the better version of yourself, so that past does not come into the future or the present you that you're trying to be at this moment. And what I mean by that is there could be a number of reasons. So let's say mentally back in the days you were terrible financially with your finances. Let's say you had almost $100,000 debt and credit cards. Just throwing that out there as examples. And if you've worked hard and you said, okay, you know what, you cut it down to 60K debt, and you thought to yourself, okay, I'm currently in my glow up journey, because I always tell you guys, you are in glow up journeys when you guys don't even know about it. It could even be financially, physically, mentally, whichever. And you said to yourself, you know what, I am going to learn how I got those debt, what affected me in that debt, and be able to move forward and say, okay, this is what I've done previously and I'm not going to do this anymore, or I'm going to change this habit, I'm going to focus on this habit, and this is how I'm going to grow into a better person financially in the future. Now, when you sit back and think about that, mentally, being in a financial debt situation could definitely affect you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and sometimes physically. You know why? Because you're draining yourself and you're putting so much pressure on yourself, and you are to the point that you have to probably work 2 or 3 jobs to be able to help you to pay down the debt, which is going to affect you physically, because you're going to be tired, you're going to be frustrated, you're going to be running around doing this and that. Mentally, you're going to be drained, you're going to be focused on pain, you're not going to have any fun, you're not going to focus on your mental health, you're probably going to just buy small foods and probably not going to be able to eat. That's what you have to think about mentally. So you have to think about, okay, since this occurred to me, this happened to me, how am I going to be able to move forward from that it doesn't affect me, because you know what, that person before was not the person that I am today, and not the person I'm going to be in the future. So when you think about that mentally, you sit down, you understand that, hey, I made a mistake, or this is because somebody needed us help, I helped somebody out, or I needed help, and I did what I did, I'm getting there, I'm about to achieve my goal, and I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to be the better version of myself. That's how you have to think about it, to the point that, okay, you're going to feel the feels, and it's okay, we're all human, but you have to understand that it does not own you, it is not you, and that's not the person that you are going to be. This is why we set up goals, to be able to achieve that. So let's say for 2 years straight, you have to work 2 jobs just to be able to pay off that debt, and you finally finish paying off that debt, and you're in a better place mentally. Don't think that that past of trauma is going to happen again, that you're going to be overly cheap in the ways you're not supposed to be cheap in. And what I mean by that is, let's say, for instance, you try to be cheap and you try to get the cheapest Wi-Fi, and you know that you work from home and you're always having issue with your Wi-Fi. That can mess up your money, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not getting the best Wi-Fi possible because you're trying to cut corners. I always feel like, try to cut corners when you can cut corners. Let's say you have a car and every other week you have to fix a part in your car, instead of just buying a new car that's affordable, that fits into your price range. And you be able to say, hey, okay, I have a new car now, it fits into my price range, and it will get me to point A, point B. Is good for my family, and I just learned how to set some money aside in case I need assistance, but at least I'm not paying the money that I'll be paying to fix it. I have a new car, I'm just paying the car payment, and maybe I'll work towards a goal to finish to pay the car payment off quicker, but I have a newer car, it's going to be paid off quicker, I'm going to have money saved up if it needs issues, or I'm going to be in a package plan with the dealer for a few years, so that's going to help me out. Like, think of the ways like that is what I mean by trying not to be overly... It's just try to think about it in a logical way and understand that yes, things happen, like it has a mental toll on you, but don't try to like prevent yourself from having fun in the future thinking that's going to happen again, because that is a trauma. You know, being in so much debt that you finally paid off and you don't want to get to that, that's a trauma. And I've heard Charlemagne the God, as much as people have his doubts about him, he's talked about it so much that at times that he has a fear that he's going to go back to being broke the way he is, but he's a successful person right now. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you all. Just try not to think of it like that. Now, when it comes to physically, just be very careful in terms of learn what are things that got you maybe into a bigger weight that you were prior, and how not to go back to that. That's all the things I could think about. So even if it's like walking 30 minutes for like 3-4 times a week, you know what I mean, or maybe just doing some form of physical activity. Me, I play tennis here and there, that's helping me. I do indoor cycling. I'm trying to build up that, get rid of that gym anxiety to go back into the gym. But these are different things that are helping me so I can be able to have a better physical well-being, and just to be more physically moving and not be out of breath. Because the worst thing is when you're walking up 10 flights of stairs and you're passing out, and the next person, you was just gliding like it's nothing. You know, like in certain situations like that. And I always think having a physical like wellness helps you, because you could develop knee or back problems. I always usually have back problems or knee problems, but since I've lost like a little bit of weight, like my knees don't hurt as much. I'm able to move around my knees. My body doesn't feel sluggish all the time because I'm trying to incorporate more fruits and vegetables in it. It's just helping my body all around. And I don't want people to think that your globe journey is all about losing weight. It's all about weight. Your appearance is, some people may think it's vain, but I think your appearance is very important, but also mentally, emotional, and spiritually are important as well. Those are the same thing that's up there. There are some things that we do need to understand that, hey, we live in a vain world, so looks do matter. And when you put yourself together and you represent yourself well together, people are going to treat you differently than if you just look anyway. Yes, so when you have these tips, just think about it. Focus on your mental well-being and focus on your physical well-being so you can be the better version of yourself when you are in your globe journey. If anybody else have any other tips, just drop them in the comments below. I know other people will be glad to hear it. And thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope that you rate, share, like, subscribe, you tell a friend, all that good stuff. And stay bougie and stay blessed. Bye.